All right. We're back. I got myself none other than my main man. Come on, go ahead and introduce yourself, boss
Okay,
man.
okay. You already know. Mighty. Thank you. My name is Oyebanji Akins, and I'm in the mix of Niger, but we're live on ctdamongblacks, and thank you for watching.
All right, thank you. I go by Vic, so y'all know. So we're about to,
Big Vic.
yes, Big Vic. We're about to go real quick, straight to this. All right, out of the gate, we have our first ever African artist performing in Grammy. Yeah. Ron, that's a big milestone. That's a big that's the giant of Africa. So we have 66 Grammy coming up February 9th, I think. That's the time, that's the date. And Burna Boy is going to be performing for the first time in the Grammy show. This is not usually, they usually put them in the back, put them somewhere in BETs, but for the past few years, for the past few years in BETs mainly, but for Grammys, no.
I don't think they
I don't.
call any Africans to perform.
No, he's gonna be the first African artist to perform in Grammy. So what do you think? So my question to you is, what do you think about how impactful is this for the continent of Africa in general? Like, what do you think? What's your take?
I'm blushing. The reason why
Oh,
I'm
really?
blushing
Why?
is-
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a little bit of the shine. When Burna Boy dropped his last album, I did a review about it, and it's very deep.
Okay.
But talking about the take, I think I'm proud to be a Nigerian, and I'm proud to be an African, and it's a privilege I'm living in the United States actually. And the reason why I said all those things is history will talk about it in a couple of years. In the couple of years, yeah. When I mean history will talk about it right now, because of how social media and how they kind of put us in Africa, we're becoming more in competition.
Okay.
I'm not sure maybe you watch when Ghana was saying they don't want them to play Nigerian songs.
Oh yeah, of course.
And
I mean, that's like every year, every summer we get something like that.
Something like that.
True.
Because one win is one win for everybody.
For everybody.
Like it or not. Angelina Kidjo has been into Grammys and stuff like that. But then there's a way they perceive them. So when the Nigerian become even performing, history will talk about it. And I think a lot of people might not agree with it. Purposely because of, in Nigeria we have this fan base of Wizkid fan base, Davido fan base, Burna Boy fan base. And I always tell people like it's all business for those guys, for people that can understand. So if Burna Boy is becoming that first person to do it in our own time, I'm proud. I'm glad I'm witnessing the opportunity because we do listen to Fela and we can go by what we watched, not being able to experience
it. That's what I always say. So I know people's like,
having to know Burna Boy that you went through a lot of things,
right?
And I remember I was maybe like a decade when I'm not sure, maybe it's up to a decade when they talk about like he's very, very arrogant. And they don't see him going big because of his arrogancy. But here we are today. Burna Boy is the one, paving way.
The stone that has been rejected has become the head corner of the house.
His colleagues, I know I agree with.
Right.
He has opened door for every Africans, not just Nigerians.
Right.
Because now somebody can wake up and say, if Burna Boy can sing in Grammy, what makes me thinking I can't do it? No disrespect to Nice, but Nice was saying like he's gonna, get to Grammy. But here we are now. We're having somebody that will, bring that name into history. When you Google that name, you could say Nigerian, being able to come out to perform all over the world is coming. And that's something I think a lot of artists look up to. So performing to me is just, I don't give a F what anybody might say. That's something I'm proud about, being a Nigerian. And, having a story about somebody that don't think is possible and right in our faces is becoming happening. And I don't have anything to say than saying it's a motivation for every African artist back home now to feel like they could do it too.
Right.
Do better than him. You can win an award and still sing.
Absolutely. And I'll actually go a little bit further to say that it's not even just Africa, the continent of Africa. I'll say even Middle East, even, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll stretch forward to even say some other like Haitians. I'll say some other black countries. I feel like, listen, we don't have a shot, we don't have a shot in performing anywhere on the stage like this. So just dream big And dream big and believe in yourself and believe in your works and believe in your talent. And of course, put God first, man. Anything is possible. So yeah, like I think the main one thing you just emphasized, and I really like the fact that you're also saying it's paving way for other artists.
Oh yes.
Like it's just making other artists come and be, that are actually looking up to him and saying, you know what, if he could do it, why can't I do it? Like,
they call him big cat. If I remember, there's somebody that happened to type in that and said it's a big cat. Maybe a big cat or a small cat, but you can't take one thing away. What is destiny for you is destiny for you. And I'm glad Burna Boy is becoming more gentle too. When I say gentle, is how we approach his colleagues.
Right.
And it's no more in that feeling of saying maybe I'm still hate or something like that. Because I realized now lately said that I'm taking off all social media. Whatever is happening, I don't want to do into because we got to be careful as an African. Him doing it, we shouldn't fight ourselves to the level where nobody will do it again. It shouldn't be a one-time thing.
No, it shouldn't be a one. I don't even think it's gonna be a one-time thing. What do you think you have? Are you serious?
Who do you think we'll be able to do something after?
We have artists, bro. We have some talents back home that are like. They're coming from the ground. I don't want to divert a little bit out of that. Right.
Do you think we have any substantial music, that will keep up in that level?
I don't think. No. I don't think we do now. But I'm trying to tell you that there's some. There's some new guys that are so talented. I don't know them yet, but I could feel some songs. I could tell you.
I'm a little bit moving away. Except Burna Boy, Whiskey, Davido. What do you think? I'm not.
You gotta put Ashake
is more traditional. This is what I'm going to.
Okay.
The last song Ashake think is more like you.
No. Okay.
I'm talking about. Look at how Burna Boy blend with African sound, the hip hop.
So So your question is, do you think there's not gonna be an artist like that I could blend in all that diversity?
I think I'll pick Rema, but after Rema, I don't think.
That are coming up now. I'm telling you.
I don't think we have anybody that can do it
at this stage right now, currently. I don't see anybody.
Because Burna doesn't just write song go.
No, I'm telling you, you're right.
Anybody around work can just vibe to it.
And in any culture, any dilates, in any word, any remix, he kills it.
He doesn't sing just about female, he talks about everything.
Right, but I'm telling you, there's somebody right now in that same country that is as talented right now that could do the same thing. Just a matter of time is what I'm trying to say.
Let me ask you this.
Because I believe it. I believe in the vast talent that we have. You understand? I just think this is just one of the fruits. You're going to see a lot of different fruits coming from it. It might not be right now, like you're saying. It might be 5 years from now. It might be 4 years. It might be 10 years from now. But I'm telling you, there's somebody right there that will look back and say, yes, that was where I got my inspiration from. And now I'm taking over. It all starts with one person. Do
you think this privilege, I'll call it privilege, this opportunity every Africans, but basically Nigeria having. Do you see any other African country doing it?
That's a good question. I would say yes, and I'm kind of leaning towards no, but I'll say yes to the fact that I think it's motivation is motivation. I think regardless of where you're from, if you're motivated, especially when you're from Africa, I don't care what part of Africa you're from, and you're really, really motivated, and you see somebody like you doing that, I don't care what part of Africa you're from. You see someone doing that, and you think you're way talented, and they just follow your dreams. It will take you there, but you got to believe in yourself. So I do see that. But on the other hand, I could say no, because in my time, I haven't seen any other African country that is striving to really, really, really. They might be doing well in their country. Don't get it wrong. They might be doing.
Population help us?
Of course.
So there's no other country that can get the population. That's what
I think. Okay, that's where you're going. I think population helps a lot.
Population is how we influence people to listen to our music, because we're all around the world and we are so much.
Right.
And we force. There's a way Nigerian force our style, our culture into your style. Like we just bring it to your face.
But also, I also feel you're right. Population, but also I feel like a gem hidden, you always gonna shine regardless of where you are.
Man, bro, and piano try, man. And piano will never be able to go back with them Burna Boy.
You're gonna be surprised. Like you're gonna be so. When you say take over, it's from your point though.
Do you even know why the word is this is from piano? It's because Nigerian artists start jumping on it a lot.
I'll say, yeah, you're kind of right, but at the same time, right.
Club now. Look at
South right. I mean, I can't dispute that.
This is the thing. And piano has been staying for so long. If Nigerian artists stop jumping on it, we might not even talk about it again. They own it. Let's be realistic.
Who?
Them South Africans.
Oh yeah. They own. That's their sound.
Nigerian,
it's not even like.
And everybody, even Whiskey, kind of sample. Everybody sample that sound, and it becomes where America. It's like once Nigerians do it, Americans want to listen to it. Europeans want to listen to it. Even I see where Chinese people are, Asian countries, I started doing Afro-Asian, some kind of trying to imitate African music. And
I think I saw something like that on TikTok.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, like
this is really going beyond what we can do. So for any other African country to want to do it, I doubt it.
I won't. You see, I feel like, listen, but I'm trying to tell you, now you could doubt it. But I feel like this thing is gonna start some kind of uproar.
How?
It's gonna make you feel like.
Let me say this. If you notice now, FIFA, UEFA, any big whatever they're doing, they put Africans.
But guess what? You see what you just said. Let's now relate this music to entertainment, to football.
Okay.
Right. Let's just go to football right now. There was one time I always say, Nigeria, we're the giant of Africa in soccer. No other African country, no other African country stand us. We're the best. We're Super Eagles, Mokachi, JJ. We're nobody. Now, you can't say that in Africa because we're not even in the top 5. We're not. If I want to rate Nigeria in soccer right now, we're not even. Cameroon is way better than Senegal. Is way better than us. They have more championships than us. You get what I'm saying? So Morocco is more better than us. Egypt is more better than us now. So I'm just saying, with time, all I'm just trying to tell you is that with time, whatever you feel, as long as somebody out there, they seeing the shine in Africa, they seeing these people are doing it. That will bring an uproar. They will take over.
Nah,
I won't say take over, but they will make their mark. It's just happened like it's the same thing with soccer. It's the same thing.
I think one thing that I'm just using my own opinion is the fact that check all sports now. They intentionally put Africans, Nigerians into it. UFC, basketball, soccer. Long term, I'm lying. There's no long tennis. What else again? I think that's really making wave. Boxing. And what I'm trying to tell you is because of our
population
numbers,
right?
It does around the world.
I have no.
I didn't make money out of it.
Honestly, so that point right there, I can. So you're right.
How many African country can influence their culture? It's not like Ghana. Ghana is not trying. Ghana is really trying to. But the population is not enough. It's like imagine 20 Nigerians are starting from one Ghana. How do you want to talk them? And we have this aggressiveness,
loud.
We have this loud voice,
obnoxious sometimes.
Us are starting to you, and I think that's what a lot of entertainment, sports are buying about us. We're very vocal,
and it sells.
And we have this self belief that we can do it, and that's what some companies need. They just want to know.
I hear you, but I think where what I'm trying to actually explain to you or trying to tell you is that, yes, everything you said is right, but don't be surprised. Somebody from Algeria, somebody from Ethiopia, somebody from another country will go as big as that person, that Nigerian person. Someday, I don't want you to be like, oh my God, it might not be. Someday, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't be so. I can't just say it's only Nigerians ever gonna be there. Only Nigeria.
I gotta respect that.
Right. Someday it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because
it happened. It happened in soccer. It happened. We were dominating. It's just the world has changed. People are getting, especially African countries, are getting the world. We have a lot of people waking up and saying, "Listen." I
concur to that.
Right. So
I mean to think I'll be able to run a podcast, or we'll sit down and run a mountain in America. I think there was one time it's not even possible.
Right.
So I got.
You got to agree with how exactly. So you never know. Would you ever think of a Nigerian doing number one Nigerian doing a podcast in America and tech?
No, that's exactly what I said like that. No. So you and I think
we'll think of other black countries, think of other black this, and before we think of us. But guess what? See, we're here.
I just hope we maximize and use all the opportunity we have.
Absolutely.
So that we can create more path for every other African countries too. Because maybe we like it or not, we're becoming that giant when it comes to entertainment around the world.
Right.
And I hope Nigeria can use it to be more open for every other African countries. And when I say that is to say, whatever we do now, how we manage it will pave way for people coming behind us. The kind of history we're making. I hope all of our artists don't become where something, they might catch them for something that they don't even expect. I'll use this name. I remember when we were young, there was Cisco, and Cisco was caught up for some things, and that kind of messed him up. And it becomes where we can't even listen to it. So my goal is I hope all our artists doesn't get into any shady deals because there's a level you get to and you become a threat. If we continue like this over time, you can become a threat, and they will have to find a way to reduce how we expand them. And I think they kind of died down last year when we're about to end 2023. It becomes where they're trying to compare African American artists with African artists, and I think it's still on ground, saying like Burna Boy can sell this particular crowd stadium. How many stadium can an African American artist sell? If we continue in that part of conversation, we're just about to destroy what has cost so many years
in building.
Yes, so that's one thing I think for African countries to be very, very careful about. Nigerians don't let it go over our head and feel like we've been able to do something other countries can do. Like you said, making sure we're creating that path. It's a privilege. In my era, Burna Boy is singing, and a lot of people might not understand what it means.
But they just like the groove, they like the tone, they like the beats.
For me, it's the history I'm really, really even concerned about.
Absolutely.
I watch fellas singing abroad, but we don't even think we come to abroad. And Burna Boy being in Grammy, which is the biggest academy every artist look up to in the world. Just singing, I don't care. We don't do it.
Yeah.
Because when you Google that name, they say, I'm in Nigeria now, forget it. So that's huge for me.
Also nominated, I think. Also, that's true. Yeah, he's nominated. Davido is nominated for Timeless. Tim's got some nomination too.
I think
Ashake are nominated too.
I think Wizkid was nominated.
No, he's not this year.
Oh yeah, it was Ashake, Tim's,
Davido, and Burna Boy.
I don't know why they didn't nominate Rema though.
Yeah, that was a big country. That's something we need to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know why Rema was.
We need to talk about.
Rema when it comes to numbers,
he had the
Rema
number one.
Is really.
He had the first billion Spotify stream.
I don't even know why. Maybe it's because of the track. I don't know. There might be a lot.
It's something we need to talk. It's something we're going to talk about. We'll talk about that later on.
Another time. For this particular episode, I'm just gonna say, for every Nigerian out there, be proud.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. If you find yourself having something related with Nigerians, or you're Black or African, be proud, because there was a time we don't even have a say. There was a time our word doesn't even have no value. But here we are. We're being privileged to sing. Burna Boy singing in the whole most biggest academy that handle music in the world, and everybody's gonna be watching. I think it's something we all, if possible, everybody should join, watch it, and be able to be part of that history in making, because who knows, in the 10 years they might ask you. You might not even have another one. Who knows, we might have. So please, wherever you might be, and shout out to Burna Boy's team. It's not been easy for them to keep up with that level of being
consistent.
Being called. And one thing I always tell every artist, once you drop an album, you're scared of how the next one is going to go. Burna Boy have showed us back to back now, like, he's a do-go of that giant. So for me, congratulations to Burna Boy's team, and for every other artist that.
By the way, it was Ashake and Olamide with
Amapiano.
So you got to give Olamide shout out to with that.
Olamide is, like I always say, is a living legend on his own way and how he managed himself. So that's another topic entirely. Because I always tell people, like, I think we've done it one time comparing Burna Boy and Olamide.
No, let's not.
Don't go there.
No, let's not go there.
I'm not even going to.
Let's finish here. Let's just finish this.
The Grammy. So from me, like I always say, thank you for watching us on ctdamongblacks.
Absolutely.
You could check us on YouTube. It's ctdamongblacks. You could check us on Spotify. You could check us on iHeartRadio. You could check us on Apple Podcast, and you could check us on Amazon Music. All the same. And our website is www.ctdamongblacks. And on our website now we have a blog where we talk about everything happening around the world, and most especially in Nigeria. So I remain Oyebanji Akins. I'm the mix of US Nigeria, and I'm representing right now ctdamongblacks. So I'm giving it to the Big Vic to round it up for us.
Go by Big Vic, and thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for subscribing and keep tuning in. We really, really appreciate you guys. Until next time, we say peace, love, as we continue to connect that. Peace out.
Thank you.